Welcome. Here I will share my story of how I got back in shape after my pregnancy. I gained like 22 kilos. Obviously, had loose skin, low energy. I was completely disconnected with myself, and especially the first 4 months, and hormonal balance and their body. I was the hardest time for me actually. The first 4 months, like I didn't recognize like the body that I was in, and for me that was personally pretty hard. Um, so yeah, now after a year, I lost all the kilos. Obviously, as you can see, my belly bounced back very nicely. I have way more energy. I completely like feel reconnected with myself, and my hormonal balance is back in order. At least I feel great about it, and now I don't feel any changes anymore. I feel like more like myself again, and it's so happy with it. So, who is this for? Yeah. If you want to lose your pregnancy kilos and get more energy and get rid of that like low energy, then this definitely is something for you. If you want to take care of yourself and be a better role model for your child or children, perfectly for you. If you're feeling tired of being like completely disconnected with yourself and that hormone disbalance that you got from after pregnancy, then this is also for you. And if you are ready to achieve goals and be committed, because you obviously have to commit yourself to do the work, otherwise it will not happen. And at sometimes, at some point, you have to put yourself first. But if you're willing to do those things, then this program is definitely something for you. This is not for you if you're looking for a quick fix. It's not going to happen. If you're not ready to commit or to develop new routines where also you have to put yourself first sometimes, it will not help. If you're expecting things to happen automatically without doing any or making any changes, doing anything for it or making any changes, then this is again not for you, because again, I can guide you, but definitely not do it for you. So you have to be willing to commit and do it yourself. And otherwise, this is nothing for you. This is not for you. Definitely not. Okay. Because here is actually like a simple truth about getting in shape after pregnancy. You have all those myths that, you're a mother, you can let yourself go now. It doesn't matter. I mean, kids go first. Like, you don't matter anymore. I mean, you're a human being, you're a woman. Yes, you made the decision to have children, but that doesn't mean you don't count anymore, especially, actually, when you do take care of yourself and you feel like more energy and better in your shape. You will definitely be also better caring for your children, because that positive energy you reflect on your children, and it's also an example for the children. So yes, you can absolutely achieve your desired outcome to what you want without a crash diet, having hours of workouts, feeling guilty that you're doing, choosing yourself sometimes. We have to do it in a smart and flexible routine. I mean, yes, you can set a program and be strict by it. And before children, you can do that, definitely. But with kids, it's so unpredictable. So, but in a flexible way, with few like small steps, and making sure you can do them, if not today, tomorrow, or balance it out. In a flexible routine, it is definitely possible to get that desired shape that you would like. Okay, so most mothers, they do not succeed in this because they just don't know how, for example, to train smart. A training doesn't have to take hours of time. You don't have to necessarily always 1.5, 2 hours of training every day or 5 times a week. Not necessary. Even 20 minutes count. Create a flexible routine. Be disciplined about it, but also at the same time, be kind about it. Because it is not all or nothing. If you want to be flexible, yeah, you have to put a dedication in there, but it's not an all or flexible routine. That one, if you skipped one thing or a workout or had that candy that you were actually not supposed to have, the dessert, that it's all out of the window. Definitely not. Yeah, okay, you had one day 100% and the other day you have 70%. But 70% is always better than 0%. Okay, so optimize your energy recovery and draining themselves, like being like overworked. Not necessarily, you can do it in a smart way. I mean, even actively playing outside with your children, children, definitely helps already. I mean, if you're actively playing with them, they have a lot of fun and you're moving. So that is already moving and getting in steps, getting in movement, cardio, in so to speak. So there's definitely that you can integrate your family with it. And then therefore, if you had that already done playing outside, then you just need 20 minutes, like doing some exercises for the muscles, and you have a good complete workout of that day done. Okay, so and if you want to be that person, I will show you exactly how you can do that. Like, for example, we have to reconnect with ourselves. That hormone balance needs to be better in balance again. Creating that disciplined but kind structure with yourself. So don't expect to do it all in just like 2 or 3 months time because you showed up a little bit. It has to be a lifetime change that you create for yourself. How to develop muscle without losing pregnancy, not without losing the pregnancy weights. We do focusly want to lose those pregnancy weights. So, sorry. How we're going to develop muscle while we are losing pregnancy weights. Yeah. How to get stronger. Actually, the better, actually, with also how the stronger you get, how better you will feel with yourself. And actually really works. Even though if you don't have lost all those kilos yet, because you feel stronger in your muscles and daily things like carrying the children or whatever is easier, you already start feeling better with yourself. Even though you don't have that desired body completely yet, but that will already make you feel fit, and then the rest will follow, and you have to give that more time. Okay, so in case you didn't know me and my story, I have been there, done that. So my journey started years ago, in 2013. here. I was super skinny. I was in a mentally abusive relationship and completely lost myself. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't recognize myself. I had no clue, like, who are you? You're like this sad, pale, ugly duckly person. That's not me. So, and that's actually when it hit me. When I took this selfie, it hit me. Like, I don't want to be this person anymore. So I have to cut this relationship loose and start working on myself. So I started going to the gym. Like everybody starts. I had no clue what I was doing. So in the end, actually, the first thing, yeah, I didn't want to do any cardio because I was skinny as hell already. So I wanted to start on some machines, and that's what I did. But I just had no plan. There was nothing. So yeah, it didn't really work. Then I took a coach, and with that coach, we had a plan. I mean, he learned me. He taught me about nutrition, following a plan, and training, and the training schedule. So this way, I had, I started. That's where my journey started. Then I was doing that already, and I met people in the gym that said, like, you can do these fitness competitions. You're training already hard, and the way you are disciplined with your nutrition. Because I did follow a disciplined nutrition plan at that point because I wanted to gain weight. So I had to force myself a little bit more, getting that structure with eating. So yeah, I did, and then I had my first show in 2024. 14. I had my first show in 2014. What I won, and therefore, because I was curious, so I wanted to continue competing and actually gaining weight, because I did already from first and second, like 13 and 14, I gained already weight here. And you can see mostly like muscle. So I was super happy with that. I wanted to develop more. I wanted to develop a better physique. So I continued with doing that. And it helped me a lot. This one in 16 is in the European Championship, where I competed. I became national champion. But these are things that were milestones for me personally. But obviously, as you can see, I gained muscle in my physique, and that one was actually mostly I was shaping and creating that desired body that I wanted. But after that, I actually competed for too long. I was because you have to be very low in your body fat. This is a more extreme way. So this is not like 100% perfect. This is not a flexible lifestyle. This is a strict diet, but it had the benefits, but also at the same time not, because I did it for too long and my body was getting so tired. So when I stopped competing and decided not to do it anymore, it was bad, and I just wanted to eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and I did. So in 18, I gained a lot of weight, as you can see. I gained a massive amount of weight, like 15 kilos. In a short period of time, I was gaining like 15 kilos. And with that, I actually slowed down and fucked up my metabolism. So I was stuck in this position here for a while. Then I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. So around 2019, I started like saying to myself, like, hey, we got to do something about this. And from there, I did. So first I was a long time more like heavier. I didn't get it out. I wanted to be like in a flexible way, but I had to be, because I had to fix that metabolism. If you have to like do that, that's a whole different thing. And you have to be, again, in a strict version of the diet instead of a more flexible version. So I had to do that for at least a whole year to fix that metabolism and lose that weight that I desire weight, to have this flexible, nice desired lifestyle. What happened I had it in 2020 already. So 2021, I had finally the nice physique in a flexible way. So this time now I was completely happy with myself, because I was doing it in a flexible way. It was a lifestyle. It was not a diet anymore. I was able to eat healthy. My focus was training. I was having this balance, but in a flexible way still. Not every week was 5 times. Sometimes it was 3. Sometimes it was 5. Sometimes a little bit more cardio. Sometimes I didn't do any cardio. I, periods that I was actually having more sweets and things. And it was all fine. My body was able to handle it easily. So then I met my husband, and we decided to start a family. So in 2023, I became pregnant. In 24, I gave birth to baby Maya. And yeah, again, actually, with the hormone balance, and I am a sweet tooth. So I gained 22 kilos from the pregnancy, and I took my time. The first 4 months were the most difficult part, but after, actually, in 25, I was finally back in shape. So as you can see, like, I started super thin, gaining weight, gaining muscle, get the desired shape, but went overboard to the other side, got it back, got pregnant again. So I had like been my ups and downs, and this is how it goes forever. Because if you want to get pregnant again, then I will go back to those kilos again. But it's all for good cause. So my postpartum journey wasn't going super fast. So after giving birth, I felt lost. I had a C-section. I had to recover from that C-section. My milk production, because of that, was a little late. So I was struggling to get that going. And I felt like I was failing because the latching didn't go as planned, and actually not great. So actually we couldn't do the breastfeeding. So I had to do the pumping all the time and then give the bottle. And yeah, I felt I was like failing her because I wanted to breastfeed directly. That was like my proper goal. Got a breast infection. That was like, for me personally, the hardest part. Like the first few months after postpartum, was from the whole journey, getting pregnant, hormone changes, whatsoever. That was the most difficult part. I was so disconnected with myself, so tired. When I think back about it, even like it drains me. So I took my time. So at the beginning, I was like, I felt the pressure also to needed to bounce back in 4 months' time, because no, I am a coach as well. So you have to be like, give the example and bounce back, this, that. But it's not real, you know. Some people are lucky; they just gain 15 kilos and that's it, and then they bounce back pretty easily. I lost like a lot of like the pregnancy kilos, some of them, but not all of them. I still had 10 kilos to go. Like a lot of them are stuck with 10 kilos after that. That's very normal. But yeah, you don't feel like yourself, even though you slowly, then after a few months, you're stopping with breastfeeding, and your hormones every month you start to feel a little bit more yourself again, because the hormones are slowly coming down. You have the hair loss, you have the all the symptoms that come with the postpartum. It's a lot. And it's very important that in that time, you are kind to yourself. So actually, my only focus in the beginning was just training, getting my strength back. Because the more stronger I felt, even though I didn't have the desired shape, the more stronger I felt, the more easier it was to handle things. And I got my energy back because I have the strength to do activities, to go outside, to go for walks, to go do more things that I wanted to do. That actually really went really well for me. I got my strength back with the muscle and the strength training pretty fast. And I even was like already, because I was really going into it stronger than before the pregnancy. So I was like, with that, I was really happy. But I didn't still had that shape because I still had the kilos to lose. So I said to myself, like, be kind. Then, be a little bit flexible in that diet. Make sure that it's slowly, again, a lifestyle change. Because there were so many other things you had to adjust to. Being a mom, being more flexible. I can't do that strict routine that I did before. So it was a whole new world for me to discover. And those struggles in between, you're going to have them. But figuring things out to get that balance, it's hard on your own. So I want to show you how to like not deal with some of those struggles and help you find that balance in a more structured way. So yeah, and in the end, then I took my time, and this one, for example, the struggle time, this picture is still with 9 months. This was nine months postpartum, and this is 1 year postpartum. So even with the 9 months, yeah, if you see this one and this one, but here I have way more muscle already and felt more like myself. And then the fat was going down and got the desired body back. So you will definitely get there. But again, you have to do it with structure, but you also have to be kind for yourself. Okay, so now I will take you step by step through the process, what my clients have gone through and what I have gone through in order to get this result. So Project MAMALICIOUS was born. So I can show you a training method, nutrition plans to postpartum period. Not only postpartum, but also, again, if you didn't have a child yet and you want to get better in shape, or also possible. Not only for postpartum mamas, it's for all the women. But obviously, we postpartum mamas have more work to do. So we want to be that mamalicious woman again. Feel ourselves. Yeah? No crash diets, no hour-long workouts. Just balanced. So first is the foundation. We have to reconnect with ourselves. Get those hormones back in balance. Get control about cravings. And set realistic goals. That's the most important one, actually. Set realistic goals. Be flexible, balanced, but don't over-push yourself. Then, step 2, we're going to train in a smart way. A good balanced workout, 3 to 5 times a week, even if it's sometimes 2 times. It can happen. It can happen that you don't really have the time. 1 week is busier than the other week. Completely fine. Yeah, you will get there. If you have a plan with a structure with your workouts, then that's completely fine. Sufficient rest also, because obviously we will have lack of sleep. It's hard to get up and to get a training in if you had just a few hours of sleep with that newborn. It can be quite intense. So we don't necessarily also want to do a lot of cardio, hours of work of training. We don't have that time. We also need rest and take a little nap in between. The intensity of the workout, you want to lift heavier, less repetitions, but not too less. So we have to be in the right balance that we focus on muscle growth, but it also is more easier and safe to hold your posture correctly, because that with lack of sleep, that is more exhausting and more difficult. And obviously we can do walks or actively play with our children to get those steps and movements in. That's already moving in cardio. Okay, eat smart. You focus on being flexible with it, but you have the method 80% good and 20% that you can have those sweets. You still can have those sweets. You don't have to cut it all out. So again, be flexible. You don't have to be super strict. Yes, if you want to have, like with your child, you're outside and you want to have to take that ice cream, you can enjoy together that ice cream, but at least then enjoy it together. Don't just eat it because you want to eat it or binge or without actually any reason. Then have at least celebration with it when you take it. Yeah, we're going to prioritize protein. Proteins are the ones that help you build that muscle. So the one is really important. It also helps you because it builds that muscle with the training. You need those proteins. And that also actually will help boost and more actively make that metabolism work. So we'll boost that metabolism perfectly. And we're going to also prioritize micronutrients because we have to get those vitamins in to stay healthy and instead of emptiness. Yeah, and consistency. So we want to create a balance. And it can also be that you just eat together with your children, having the breakfast, lunch, dinner, having the family time, but eat all together. You want to make healthy dishes and healthy food thing for your baby. So why not make it the same? What baby eats, you can eat. So it's healthy because the baby can eat everything and you want to have a good balance. Share the meals and then you can eat as family together. You don't have to make something else specially for you and then something else for the rest. No, you can eat all the same. Sustainable results. So because with flexibility, we're going to have to be kind to ourselves. No guilt feeling when you have a bad day. It's a balance. So if you had a bad day and you did too much candy or whatsoever, or had some wines or whatever, enjoy that day. Don't feel guilty about it. Just make sure you balance it out with the next day. But it's not obviously 50-50. You cannot enjoy yourself, balance, and then enjoy yourself and balance, and enjoy yourself and balance. Doesn't work like that. The balancing it out, be more strict, and next day has to be in a routine most of the week. Consistency. Now we have to create new habits. So we slowly integrate new habits. If you feel okay, certain things are not working, I don't have time for myself. If you are able to get up a little bit earlier, 30 minutes earlier, then if that's possible, do it, because then you have that 30 minutes at least for yourself before the hectic day with the kids start. You can do the things that you want to do. If that is sitting with a coffee in the morning, chill, reading the newspaper or scrolling down your phone, you can do that. Or if you want to do a stretching routine, because it helps you be more flexible and open and feel alive starting the day, do that. Everybody has their own. So it doesn't mean also, I for example, start to get up sometimes a little earlier than the rest. I, for example, did that today. Now recording this video, now I have all the time, and then after Maya will wake up and then the rest will start. Now I don't have any distractions. I can do it in all peace and quietness. And because we're going to create that, we're going to embrace that new lifestyle, and you're going to own that lifestyle. And then you can do it all by yourself because you are in control of it. You know exactly how to do it. You get the desired result. You are that mamalicious woman. And you are a good mom, actually, with your children and, balancing everything out. Okay, so the program, step by step, I will take you through the phases of that program and how it will look like. The reconnecting with yourself. We're going to learn to listen to yourself so you can give it care it needs. Be kind and take it step by step. So if your body is saying like you are too tired, for example, because you have the lack of sleep, you can push it a little bit. But sometimes you're like feeling, oh, I have that time that I need to do that workout because then I have that 30-minute window that I can do it. But you're so tired, I would say, Lan, instead of like doing that workout, take that 30-minute nap. So you can like recover a little bit. So you have to listen to your body, listen to yourself. Your body tells you many things, like if it can still handle it or not handle it and what it needs. If you're like hungry, then instead of like, you're chasing the whole day and you have that 30 minutes, sit down. If you didn't have time to eat, go sit down. Take that time to eat. Okay, reconnecting with yourself. What you thought you would like. After birth, you feel more disconnected with yourself. You compare yourself with others, especially the pressure on social media that you have to bounce back in a short period of time. That pressure, then when I didn't have that, I felt like a failure so much. I felt like I'm this fat cow that would never get back in shape. And what the hell? Like, it was hard mentally. Seriously, it's hard. Starting to train, pressure, especially the pressure. Okay, so what should we do is give yourself time to recover. Yeah, I mean, we just gave birth. I had a C-section, so I had to recover from that. But they say always like recover from a C-section is longer than birth, but natural birth. But I personally like don't agree with it. Yes, we had like with a C-section, you had layers cut. That needs to recover. So in that beginning phase, maybe it's a little bit more intense, the first few weeks. But after that, I mean, giving birth, your pelvis becomes loose and you had giving birth and maybe you ripped or this and that. And it doesn't really go straight back. And then you have more issues and it actually takes longer time. You have to be sure. So also 100% what we always do and what I always say to every client of mine is when they want to start training again, at least after 6 weeks postpartum, they have to go see the physio to check out their core and their pelvis to see if they have the diastasis and that the pelvis is back on its place. Because if not, and you start training, then you can actually ruin more than fixing it. So we need to be sure that that is correctly in order to know how the plan will be. So you always have to get that green light from a physical therapist, especially the pelvis physical therapist. It's always better to be safe than sorry. So check it out, get that green light, and then you'll at least feel safe doing all the exercises that you would start doing. And also have an understanding what is happening to yourself. I mean, those hormones, I was mostly quite neutral, but they can be quite intense and completely off at that period of time. So be okay with it. It will go down. It will go down, definitely. Strength training starts from within. When you start to feel stronger physically and you get stronger with your muscles, you will also feel stronger. And it's actually, you are stronger. Not only feel stronger, you are stronger. So walking that stairs with the baby in your hand will be easier. Bending over, picking things up, running after your child, all those activities are going way easier when you are stronger from within. And also you reflect that, radiate that on the outside. You will show that. It was because you can just go. You have that energy to do the things. be kind also to your recovery, but you will slowly, especially in the beginning, also with recovery, so you have to slowly build up your walks in the first weeks. So strength starts from within. We're going to be kind in the first few weeks of the postpartum because of the recovery. Then slowly you're going to build up your walks. Don't push it too much in the beginning. Just go for a few minutes, 5 minutes, and then the week after 10 minutes, the week after that 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. The walks are good, but don't over push it. If it makes you feel exhausted, actually you're over pushing it. If it gives you a reaction after the walk and you have a reaction of pain and stuff in your pelvis, you over pushed it. You did too much. Don't do it. I mean, actually in the end, it will be better to just bring it down. So eat what is best for you in order for the milk production. And then we start with the training. Putting yourself first without feeling guilty. Yeah, you can put yourself first. You have to just learn to say no at some points, not always, but at some points. Know that balance. Invest in yourself. Take care of yourself. Don't feel guilty. It's not selfish. You deserve it. And actually, it helps for your family. Okay. Sorry about that. We're back. As you can see, someone woke up. Okay, so we're going through the next stage. Yeah, here. Okay. And you know what the best part is? When you become that fit version of yourself, it becomes a lifestyle. So you automatically feel better every day. Yeah? So when you become fit, it becomes a lifestyle, and therefore you automatically become fitter every day. So this is not just a program. This is, for example, my client, Jelena, a long time ago. She looked better postpartum ever than before. Even she feels more fit. She obviously got more tight. She lost all her pregnancy kilos, and she was able to keep going. She didn't gain anything back. She was able to keep going and created this lifestyle for her that really works, because she changed her habits, and it became perfect for her. Because it fits her lifestyle. She has to work a lot, so she had to juggle and do that in her own time, in the way how she wanted to do it. So I actually teach you the tools how you can do that, but in the end, you do it how it fits your lifestyle. And because you start to understand that, it becomes a new normal for you instead of a diet or a training program that you will just do for a few months, and then after you bounce back and you lose yourself. So now that you understand how it exactly works, I have an offer for you. So if you are a mother of a newborn, you feel disconnected, low energy, and overwhelmed with yourself, and you want to reconnect with yourself, feel strong, and become that MAMALICIOUS woman with a new lifestyle that makes you feel fit. And you can be the desired mother because you have all the energy and strength to do everything with your children. Then this is definitely something for you. Be sure that Project MAMALICIOUS guarantees you that you will start to reconnect with yourself. Your hormonal balance will be better. Your strength level will be better. And therefore, your energy level will also be better. You will learn, because I will teach you, knowledge about training and nutrition, how to apply it in a smart and flexible way, so it creates a lifestyle and that you can continue all the way through, even after the program, that you don't need me anymore. You can do it by yourself. And and I am here for you then to be that support, that guidance for lasting results. You know, I will be there every step of the way, helping you to get that desired to get that desired body and results that you want to achieve. So if you have any questions, anything, let Mama know. Write down, send me a DM in Instagram with MAMALICIOUS in capital letters, and we can start talking about it. Just, if you have any more questions, write MAMALICIOUS so I know what it is about, and you can ask me any question you would like.